Hi, and welcome back to the Art of Creative Business. So many of the people I work with started their businesses because they wanted something different. They were looking for more freedom, more flexibility, and more meaning in the work they do. And at first, it often does feel different. There's a sense of excitement, possibility, and the relief of finally stepping away from a structure that never quite fit. But then, somewhere along the way, it starts to feel strangely familiar again. The pressure creeps back in, the long hours, the juggling act, that sense that there's never quite enough time and always more to do. And I hear this all the time. Clients telling me they feel like they've accidentally recreated their old job, just without the salary, the team, or the predictability. And if you're nodding along, you're definitely not alone. What I often say is that while the job may have changed, the operating system hasn't. By that I mean the internal rules and patterns that guide how you work, how you manage your time, how you respond to pressure, how you make decisions, and even how you define what counts as a good day. These patterns usually run so quietly in the background that we don't even realize they're there. And yet they shape everything: our routines, our expectations, our self talk, even the way we structure our weeks. A lot of those habits were formed long before we became business owners. Some go all the way back to school. Others were picked up in corporate roles or past work environments where the goal was to be efficient, reliable, available, whatever was expected of you at the time. And so when you start a business, it's easy to carry those same strategies over, even though the environment has changed completely. The result, you're now working for yourself but still using the systems that were designed to help you survive somewhere else. And here's the tricky part. In business, there's no one handing you a task sheet. There's no end to your workday unless you create one. There's no boss giving you feedback or telling you you've done a good job. Everything is self-generated, which means the pressure doesn't just come from the outside anymore. It can come from you. So if you're feeling overwhelmed or if the joy has started to fade, it might not be a sign that you're doing it wrong. It simply means that the way you're working doesn't quite match where you are now. What you need isn't more discipline or a new productivity tool. What you probably need is a new operating system, one that was built with you in mind. When you start to shift the way you see yourself, not just as someone who left a job, but as an entrepreneur, you begin to approach your work differently. You start asking better questions. You get more intentional with your time. You learn how to build structure around your own rhythms rather than trying to force yourself into someone else's framework. And that's when things start to open up. That's when your business starts to feel like a space you want to be in again. So if this is something you've been feeling lately, just know you're not the only one. And also know that it's possible to shift. You don't have to keep doing it the way you've done it before. This is a big part of the work that I do with clients, helping them build systems that feel sustainable and actually reflect who they are. If this episode brought something up for you, I'd love to hear from you. You can send me a message or share the episode with someone else who might find it helpful. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.